Oh, hold on a second. Here's a CBS report about it.
The man tapped by Donald Trump to lead the new Department of Government Efficiency, along with Elon Musk, is using...
Okay. I have to stop it right there. This is a CBS report a little bit. You know, they're explaining the MAGA infighting. There is no new Department of Government Efficiency. This is an example, again. There's so many examples happening right now. I hope you're taking notes. But this is an example of the uselessness of the corporate media. There's no fucking Department of Government Efficiency. It's two douchebags who call themselves the Department of Government Efficiency. Might as well be the Department of Tarabuster Efficiency. I don't know. It's not a government agency. It's a department of government efficiency. If it's a true department, you know, it has to be a creation of Congress. But who the fuck, you know what I mean? This is why this country's so dumb. JD, I see JD. It's almost embarrassing to have people from other countries watching the show and seeing this. This is our media. Video here.
90 sitcoms as an analogy for white tech.
Let me rewind it. So he comes right out of the gate saying how this is the new Department of Government Efficiency, which is not a department of government. It's not a department.
This year,
Oopsie, whoops.
Swami, the man tapped by Donald Trump to lead the new Department of Government Efficiency, along with Elon Musk, is using 90 sitcoms as an analogy for why tech companies are hiring immigrant workers. In this very long post on X, Ramaswamy said, American culture celebrates mediocrity over excellence. Here are his words.
How dare you? Right? How dare these fuckers? They hate this country. How many times do I got to say it? I'm not just saying it to be hyperbolic. It is damn true. They hate this country. They hate Americans. They hate America because it stands in the way of their bottomless greed. Because, you know, there's all these regulations where you got to treat people and pay them nice and let them work in decent working conditions, not just in company dorms, and give them 8-hour work days and then pay them overtime if they work overtime. They're not like hardcore, like that fucking parasite says. He's working, nonstop. He's not working nonstop. He's just a fucking scam artist. He's always been one. He never innovated shit. He's like Trump. He just got it. He got money from his daddy's blood diamond mine, I should say. And he bought into PayPal. He made a good investment. And then he bought into Tesla, a company that already existed. He's just a scam artist who with absolutely no care or concern about anybody else but himself, like Vivek Ramaswamy. Because look at all the people. What about the people that lost their shirts on that scammy drug that he was hyping up all over CNBC and anyone who'd listen? There were a lot of people that lost a lot of money. And well, I'll look it up actually, because that's always what happens with these maggots. They don't care. They take your money. They'll take your life savings, your Social Security money. It's just never enough for them. You know, like Elon Musk being the richest parasite on earth is not enough. He wants to fire you if you don't work hardcore, right? If you're not hardcore, if you want to have something that they talk about, like work-life balance. No, you got to be hardcore. Don't worry, your reward will come in heaven. What the fuck is hardcore? It's bullshit. It's nothing. Because is he hardcore? With a stupid hyperloop, getting government money, and building a pit. It's just, oh God. When will this end? This is a really terrible timeline to be living in. Here we go.
A culture that venerates Corey from Boy Meets World, or Zach and Slayer over Screech and Saved by the Bell, or Stefan over Steve Urkel in Family Matters will not produce the best engineers. So let's talk live to CBS News political.
You. Oh my God. And they are just, it's just not true. It does produce very good engineers, people who go to school for this, but they want to get paid a living wage. That's the problem. That's the sin of the American worker. That's why they're like, American workers are lazy, even though productivity is never been higher. And that's been the way for years in this country. I can't even tell you, I wish I had done a montage of all the times we've heard Republicans on the House floor just bashing the American worker. Unless it suits them. They'll say, the American worker's the best in the world. But then they'll say they're lazy, they don't work. All right, like when they're talking about, that's where they're like, oh, we want you to, who was this? It was Boebert. When she was talking about remote workers. Any reason to bash workers. Saying, but, that's the other thing. They want all the remote workers to go back to the office because they're saying, oh, they're just not working. They're not working, which is bullshit too. And the other thing is, people don't want to work every single day in the office. They like having a little bit of that work-life balance. But these pricks are using it against the American worker when, like I said, it's not like corporations aren't reaping record profits and that it's not like the country's on the fucking balls of its ass. This country is the richest country on earth. Don't forget it. And don't let these pricks, these parasites, shame any of us, any worker, into thinking that we're not working hard enough. We don't get a goddamn vacation in this country. We're the only country in the goddamn developed world that has no federal vacation leave or federal sick leave. Because most countries understand that we're on this damn planet for a blip of goddamn time. And we want to enjoy it a little bit every now and then. And taking a vacation, taking some time for yourself, it actually makes you better at your job. More productive. They know that, but they don't give a shit because you're nothing but soil and green, booby. They want to squeeze all the life out of you and discard you for the things that they do. It's really infuriating. But yeah, I mean, not to digress, but here's Lauren Boebert. I have the clip of her flipping out about remote workers.
All are allowing delinquent employees to sit on their sofas at home instead of actually getting to work and doing their job.
This is a bitch who never fucking worked a day in her life. She dropped out of high school because it was too hard, right? She couldn't read a book. She dropped out of high school. She failed her GED 5 times. And now she's just attacking workers for working from home. Like, you gotta, first of all, they can track that shit. That's how they know. You're not just like drinking pina coladas on the couch, bitch. Fucking sick. I hate these people. Legally and peacefully. But you see, listen to the disdain in her voice.
Delinquent employees to sit on their sofas at home instead of actually getting to work and doing their jobs. This is absolutely unacceptable. You all are allowing delinquent employees to sit on their sofas at home instead of actually...
Don't you love the way she has to over-enunciate to kind of compensate for the fact that she's a fucking moron? You are allowing a delinquent employees to sit on their sofas at home. Well, isn't it just too bad that the fucking world changed, bitch? people got a little bit of freedom, freedom. You think they would like the freedom that workers get some fucking freedom? Maybe they can get up in the morning and do their laundry, go to the gym, and then go home. Don't have to fucking join the rat race every single day of the week, commuting until they're goddamn gray. And yeah, it's like it's working. Yeah, guess what? Because they know when you're on your computer. They can tell. There's all kinds of it's amazing, the technology. They can see what you do, what your time on your computer. And plus, if you're not doing your job, you're not doing your job, whether you're sitting at your desk or not. They could tell, like, if shit ain't getting done, it does. What is so horrible about these people? You know what it is? They want to control you. They don't want the American worker to have any freedom at all. Freedom, please. The only freedom you have is the freedom to hate. Right? If you want you got the freedom to not give a shit about anybody else but yourself. The freedom to get other people sick. The freedom to, to walk around Walmart with an assault weapon like a dick, like a fucking douchebag. Sorry for my cursing. Whatever. Sorry, everybody. Sue me. Send me a bill. That's your freedom. But if you wanted a freedom to, like, maybe, sleep a little and not have to chase the goddamn bus down the street, because you can get your kids to school, you can get back, get your coffee, get your, a little bit, relax a little, and then do your job. Makes you a better worker. And then you can, okay, I gotta take my lunch, I gotta pick my kids up. Good, great. Your kids get to see you a little bit more. There's like more family time, or it's freedom. You don't get goddamn vacations here in America, even though we are the richest country on earth. But, so maybe throw the working class a bone now and then. But no. They just hate the American worker. Don't you understand? Really, listen to her.
Getting to work and doing their jobs. This is absolutely unacceptable.
Is it?
So
You're
our
unacceptable.
employees are working whether they are in the office or at home, and they are.
Are you monitoring the work that they are doing from home on a regular basis?
Yes, we are.
Of course they are.
Every employee. Do you have the numbers of the hours that are submitted? Are you counting how many times they're logging into their computers and responding to casework?
So our employees are subject to the same performance management processes and oversight they are whether they're teleworking or working in an office, and we have.
Are you counting? I can only count on my fingers and toes. But do you have other fingers and toes you can count on? Do you take your neighbor's fingers and toes? How are you going to count past 20 if you're sitting in your home office and there's no other coworker there? Yeah, are you counting them? 1, 2, 3. Pinky. This little pinky went to market. This little pinky went home. This little pinky went beep, 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 all the way. Beep, 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 beep. Are you counting? What about you? Who's counting you, asshole? Who's counting you? What fucking goddamn benefit do you bring to the table with your GED failure, with your 5 times GED failure? You don't even know. These people are so ignorant. The hate that comes out of them. Wake up, MAGA. Maggots. MAGA. I'm trying to be nice. Wake up, MAGA. You're being played. They hate your guts. And you're being played. Oh, as long as you can hate trans people, though, right? Exactly. Josie Justice on the chat. Congress works less than 100 days a year. Right? Exactly. They do. Vacation. She's fucking right. She wasn't even... Remember when she missed the vote? She made a whole big to-do about this vote. Some stupid vote. I don't remember which one it was, but it was like so offensive to her. It was something that she was everything, she's got to have a point to prove. She was doing something to please MAGA or her God King traitor Trump. And she missed the vote, though. She made a whole big video about it. She's like, I I hate this because it's decent and it's it's dignity, human dignity, but it doesn't do anything to lick our God King Trader Trump's taint, so I will vote against it. And then she missed the vote, remember that? And and they caught her running up the stairs. But it was released, CNN, the fake news, they released it after Boebert put out a video saying, I deliberately boycotted that vote. God, you suckers. You dumb suckers. Oh, it was the debt ceiling vote. That's right. Oh, God, and they voted for her again. Her district, they sent her back. You dummies. How much do you hate? Well, she hates the same people they do. That's all that matters. That's the thing. That's the rule in maggot land. You could be repugnant. You could be a sex trafficker, a sex pest, a sexual predator. You could be Matt Getz. You could screw underage girls. You could be a rapist. You could be a convicted felon. As long as you hate the same people they do, they will send you right back. That's all, because that's all they want. Just send them back to hate. Pass all those anti-trans bills, all those things that mean nothing. And in the real scheme of of course they mean something, because they're just hate. They mean things to people's lives. But that's it. That's a small price for trans people to pay for the freedom of Elon Manchild Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, the sociopath, to ride us all unfettered to the bank without pesky government getting in the way. Right?
Systems in place that our managers use to schedule, assign, and track workloads. And that includes individual employee workloads in many cases. So real-time understanding of what actions are being processed at any particular given time. Additionally, our employees are required to be accessible to their supervisors, clients, colleagues, and external parties during work hours via a variety of means, including instant messaging, video platforms, and telephone. They are connected to the workplace, whether they are in the office or at the home.
Then why is the backlogs for Social Security applicants increased from 41,000 to 107,000?
How'd you count that
Because
high?
we've been historically underfunded for a number of years now.
I don't think you're...
See, there you go. She's a fucking... This is how they... why am I cursing so much on my birthday? Oh, not on my birthday. But they... that's it, right? See, they underfund everything. Social Security, anything, government, because you got to drown it. You got to shrink it and drown it in the bathtub. And when people call Social Security, they want people to be like, oh, this sucks. Government sucks. Hang up the phone. I'm so annoyed. They don't want it to function. So they don't pay people. They don't fund it. They're constantly cutting it. And he's simply... It's like says the truth, because we're not funded. We don't have enough people. There's 330 million Americans in this country, and a lot of them want to call the IRS. They got, they have issues they need to call. And if they don't have enough people fucking picking up the phone, and so he tells her, well, why isn't it working? Why? Because it must be they're sitting on their couch. Scumbags, these Republicans. And how many dumb fuckers, I don't know, at the IRS who work there, who voted for maggot? I wonder. Any of them, they should, shame on them. Shame on them. But he tells her.
To 107,000.
Because we've been historically underfunded for a number of years now.
I don't think you're underfunded.
I don't think so. Well, why do you ask, bitch? I'm telling you. I don't think you're underfunded. Just like I believe the moon is made of green cheese, and Trader Trump is the best businessman that's ever lived, in spite of the serial bankruptcies. And he's 218 pounds, 6'4", 218. I don't think so. No, he's not a fat lump of yard. What's that? What am I saying? Not lard. Yard. He wouldn't fit in the yard. God damn it.
You're funded at the Nancy Pelosi levels.
Nancy Pelosi. Just say Nancy Pelosi. Say the Pelosi crime family, or you're funded. Well, guess what, bitch? Nancy Pelosi isn't the king of Earth. She's not the king of the Congress. So shit has to pass, and there's a lot of maggots, and there's a lot of normal people, and there's maggots, and then there's, there's a Senate, and there's a House, and it's not like Nancy Pelosi says, booga, 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 you get funding. It has to go through a process, you stupid bitch. And I know these things. Why do I know this? And Congresswoman, failed GED doesn't know it.
Democrat levels. We just continued.
Democrat, because I can't say Democrat, ick, because I'm ugh. That's another thing. Don't get me going. The Democrat levels. No, that's Democratic, you dumb. I can't take it. I have to calm down.